So the damage from the Incarnon dual Toxocyst this week is something special. To put it bluntly, it's really bloody good. Now, I love the fact that Digitextremes have kind of leaned into the frenzy passive of these sidearms and not just given them some new kind of explosive or plasma round. They've more or less just amplified what the weapons could already do, only now you can share the damage around. But anyway, as you can see, it hits pretty damn hard. So, the Incarnon form of the dual Toxocyst turns what was a set of semi-automatic infested pistols that could break your index finger into fully automatic pistols. Pistols that can link enemies in a similar way to what the Bronco Incarnon or the Lato Incarnon already could, which means you can deal with groups of enemies really quickly. But its link range is kind of middling, somewhere around the 5-meter mark, so you could maximize that potential of grouping enemies together with a decent grouping ability, or choose not to and just funnel them down a corridor. But it's when you mod the weapon around the frenzy buff and its evolutions for the Incarnon for increased crit chance that this set of pistols really starts to shine. So the normal dual Toxocyst has a frenzy passive that activates when you land a headshot. This passive also works now on the Incarnon form. It's only a 3-second buff, which doesn't sound like enough, but it turns your ammo into toxic ammo. This toxic buff then will combine with your equipped mods. So if you only mod for cold, then once this buff activates, you're going to be dealing viral damage. Or if you've modded for electric, then it's going to give you corrosive. You get the idea. But again, it's only for 3 seconds. So you had to keep chaining headshots with the old Toxocyst. But with the Incarnon form, it has such a big spread of bullets that it's pretty easy to just keep refreshing the buff with every spray of bullets. If you just aim in the general direction of your enemy's head and boom, you're going to hit with 1 or 2 of the bullets, which means that buff is going to keep refreshing over and over and over again, which means you're going to be firing those bullets really quickly. Then when the Incarnon wears off, you can simply take 2 or 3 shots on an enemy, turn it back on again, and it's rinse, repeat. And when you combine all of that with the now high crit chance, high status chance, fast fire rate, and the Incarnon form deals an okay amount of slash damage, it makes this weapon feel really, really good. One to grab next time if you haven't grabbed it this week, or if you haven't grabbed anything this week, I would definitely recommend this, and more than likely the Torrid as well. I'm really glad I picked this one because I missed out on the Lex Primes Incarnon, but it was either this week or the Torrid, and the Incarnon charges for this seem to last longer than the Torrid, so it's a toss-up between both of those weapons to see which is the best. But anyway, this is the evolutions of the Incarnon dual Toxocyst. Of course, the first Incarnon is that headshots will charge it up and then the alt-fire will turn on the Incarnon mode. Second set of evolutions gives you Fevered Frenzy, which gives you plus 50 damage, and on ability cast, you will get plus 5% multi-shot, which stacks up to 20 times. Carnage Rain gives you plus 60 damage and 33% direct damage per status type on the active target. Evolution 3 gives you minus 5% recoil and plus 50% magazine reload when holstered, or 100% reload speed from an empty magazine. Recoil for me was the only one here that stood out, since the reload perks are no real value for me when inside Incarnon form. Evolution 4 gives you plus 3 punch through on kill for 7 seconds, which feels wasted. And on headshot, you can get plus 70% toxin damage for 3 seconds, kind of felt a bit wasted again. And increased crit chance by 20%. Now the crit one was the only one that stood out for me because mods and arcanes are going to amplify that even more. So that's what I went for. Now this is the build I was running with for my dual Toxocyst during this video's footage. When it activates in Incarnon form, it has a 93% crit chance, just over a 6 times multiplier, over 100% status chance, as well as a decent amount of multi-shot. The Frostbite mod can be swapped out for whatever element you want to combine that Toxic Frenzy buff with. Go gas, corrosive, viral, completely up to you. For Arcane, I have got Kinship equipped because it gives me a buff to crit chance based on the amount of buffs my Warframe has. Or you could also go with Secondary Deadhead or Merciless or Cascadio Overcharge if your Warframe has got an overshield or an active overshield for most of the missions. But I can't stress this enough, the Incarnon dual Toxocyst right now is definitely up there as one of the best Incarnon sidearms that we have since this system rolled out 4 weeks ago. So we still have 2 weeks to go, but it's definitely up there with, I guess, the Lex Prime for the sheer amount of damage it can throw out and the crowd clearing potential. But let me know in the comment section below what you think of the Incarnon dual Toxocyst, whether you like it or not, whether you got it or not. And either way, have a great day, have a great weekend. As always, thanks for watching.